All right, and welcome into Fantasy Pros live on the Dynasty YouTube channel. It's Tuesday, March 24th, and we are now officially a month away from the best day in sports as the NFL draft lands in the home of the Yinzers. And before the Dynasty landscape shakes up yet again, it's the calm before the storm. We're going to help you prepare for it as we have another Fantasy Football Q&A coming your way. I'm your host, Seth Woolcock, and yesterday I was described by my co-host as a Saved by the Bell extra lookalike. That must make him the AC Slater or the Mr. Belding of this particular program. He's Derek Brown. G-Bro, how are you? As it's just another day at Bayside High, baby.
I would be Belding if he decided to love the gym as much as he loved burgers and donuts. That's the way that I'll look at it. Yes. And as soon as I said that, for everybody to look behind the curtain in a meeting, as soon as I said that, I was like, Seth is too freaking young to even get that reference. That's sad. Oh
no, I lived by Saved by the Bell reruns.
Did you?
Oh yeah, like pretty much that was like the afternoon special. Yes, that was the after school special. You throw on Saved by the Bell. It was either like
wait. Sal threw something in our chat. Shout out to Sal as well. Was that a reboot version of Saved by the Bell or the original?
No,
OG
this was the OG version. They would run it on MTV sometimes. They would do like Teen Nick. They'd run it on. I did watch the college years one too, just because I did enjoy that. But things got a little weird in the college years of Saved by the Bell. Derek, I don't know if you ran that one.
I liked college years. Shout out to Golic. That was a really interesting person and character in the show. The college years kind of got a little bit
risque.
It got a little bit different. I'll just throw it that way. It got a little bit different. But I mean, shout out to you for actually watching the OG version, and RIP MTV in this conversation as well. Should have been gone long ago. MTV has not been relevant for the last 10 to 15 years. So good riddance.
There is still an MTV channel though, right? Like I just haven't seen it.
Oh no, I thought it's gone. Sal maybe
it is.
I think it's gone. Like I thought they had like issued like a press release or something. Like it's dead.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that the last thing I remember like on MTV was like The Challenge and
every like stupid reality TV show that should never exist.
What was that one? Catfish? Catfish was on there. That was a pretty good run. Catfish wasn't a bad one.
Yes, and then they continued it for like another like 10 years, and it's like what?
Yeah.
Like, are we still chasing down Facebook catfishing? Which like in the year 2026 is Facebook really a thing? Who knows?
Yeah, Dev in the chat saying Jersey Shore. Yeah, I know they have the Jersey Shore family vacation. Okay, and Dev also thinking the channel is gone. So maybe Sal can confirm that for us in the back end as we start bringing in some questions.
Shore. Whoa.
Yeah. Good times out there in Seaside Heights, baby.
I think Joey P was an extra on Jersey Shore sometime.
Hey, you'd fit in with Paulie D and then Vinny and the situation and the boys. I think you would fit in quite nicely, honestly.
Joey's got everything except for the fake tanner.
Never say never. Go ahead, folks. So drop your questions, whether they're dynasty related, rookie rankings questions. We got you covered. We'll try to get to as many as we can in roughly the next 35 to 60 minutes. And quick reminder, if you enjoy this type of content, please give this live stream a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe both to the Fantasy Pros Dynasty YouTube channel and that audio feed wherever you get your podcast. Plus, after the live stream, go over, check all the video content we have for you on the channel. We have the Dynasty podcast ripping with Boggs, Fitz, and Worm right now, the NFL Draft Show. D-Bro, you and I just had a really great episode yesterday on some of our top running back sleepers that I thought was a really, really fun discussion and, just really pointing out some of those late round rookie draft dart throws.
Is that live or does that go live today?
It is live. Yes, I dropped that earlier today. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Seth on the ones and twos doing all the behind the scenes work as well as being a pretty face on screen too.
Hey, it's how we do it out here. It's how we get the bread home, baby. And speaking of getting the bread home, we're here to help Messer Grimm saying, how do y'all trade value for Josh Allen in a one quarterback league? Derek, it's really tough to go out there and like, I still found it difficult to sometimes trade for elite quarterbacks, even in quarterback leagues, just because people hang on to them, like it's a two quarterback league at times. So like what is fair value? Like, would you rather have the 101 leading to like a Jeremiah Love, or would you rather have Josh Allen in one quarterback?
I don't think you're going to get the 101 in a 1 QB league. And you know, we got the trade value chart that's always live on the site. I'm kind of filibuster for a second while you pull that up, Seth, because I see your fingers moving. For me, yeah, it's going to be so dependent league to league, and what you can get away with trading Josh Allen away. Like I think just, and I'm curious if my perceived value, like I'll give a few like kind of the wide receiver range that I'm thinking here. That honestly, you probably like if you could get a Garrett Wilson, I'd say like. Like Garrett Wilson, Zay Flowers, Jaylen Waddle, Devonta Smith is probably my guess where you're living at in a 1 QB. Is that line up with the trade value chart, or am I too high or too low there, Seth?
Yeah, right now it's saying in a 1 quarterback league, Josh Allen be going about the 105 in rookie draft. So if you translate that over to
Okay.
wide receivers, then you're kind of in that range, right around players like you were mentioning, the Garrett Wilsons of the world, the BTJs, Jordan Tyson, Roman Dunze is a little bit more expensive, but that is kind of that tier
Oh,
that you're
geez.
living in.
Yeah, and I'm taking Josh Allen because even in a 1 QB part, like you either pay up for the premium guys and they can be difference makers for you in 1 QB, or you just punt the position and you go committee approach in a 1 QB. So for me, I would take Josh Allen in that, and you're probably not going to get the type of return like for the running backs. Like could you get Chase Brown? Could you get Javonte Williams?
I think so. Oh, yeah, I would think so.
You would think. I mean, does that line up, or am I a little bit too expensive there? Because I think a lot of people would take Josh Allen handedly, but I mean, those are borderline RB1s in Dynasty.
Yeah, Javonte right now, 47 on the trade value chart. We have Josh Allen at 51, so just a little bit below that. You could go out Saquon Barkley, RJ Harvey, Chase Brown. Like that is exactly, even for Josh Allen is what we're saying on that trade value chart,
I
which
would
is
look at Javonte and Chase Brown if any of those guys, or if you could get like Kenneth Walker or somebody. Like again, we're talking about back end RB1s in Dynasty, and Grim. To your point, like I think that's a fair return. My question, I guess I'll throw this back to you, Grim. Is like, where's that first going to be? Like, if it's a back end first, then no, I'm not doing that deal. If that's like a first this year or next year and projecting it to be like Seth was talking about, the 105 to 107 range, then yeah, sure, depending on your roster, I don't have a big problem with you getting the type of return. It just depends on where the first is.
absolutely. Let's go to the super flex streets here with a question from Deb, who is
On the
asking
yacht,
in the
baby.
super flex tight end premium dynasty league, would Daniel Jones for Fannin be fair in a trade? Other team only has 2 quarterbacks, Mahomes and Kyler, and is tight end heavy with Laporta, Ferguson, Ingram, or Gadsden. So, Derek, do you think Daniel Jones for Fannin is a fair trade? For me, just off the cusp, I don't think it is. I just think Fannin is a young, budding prospect, and Danny Dimes, I don't know how long the shelf life is at this point.
Well, my question to Dev is, what side are you getting with that? Like,
Yeah.
are you getting the Fannin side? Yeah, give me Fannin. I would take Fannin there. Like, I just don't have any kind of want or need for Daniel Jones, even in Superflex. Like, I don't want any part or piece of that. Like, he's not going to be healthy this year, or like fully healthy. Like, so a quarterback that is first read dependent, he doesn't really like make it happen with his arm. It is the rushing value, what he can provide you there, and a limited version of Daniel Jones, I don't think is going to be a good Daniel Jones. So you're doing what? Taking a quarterback that's going to, over the next season, probably lose value in dynasty circles? I wouldn't be doing that. Oh, you would be getting the fan inside? Oh, the hell yes. Auto accept there, Dev. Yeah, I would do that. Like, I would take that in a heartbeat, dude.
Yeah, we have right now in the trade value chart, Derek, we have Fannin about 12 points worth more than Danny Dimes. So, and again, it's an ascending asset versus a descending asset. So,
And
you
yes,
kind of have to keep that
Dev,
in mind.
a 2026, fine, add that if you want to. I don't think you really need to. If you can get, like, people talk about what's a fair deal. Trades, dude, we can all see how like trades age. Like a Fannin like goes and blows his ACL this year, and I'm not putting that on him, but like I'm just saying like range of outcomes here. trades are trades. Trades that might look like they're lopsided or crap in the moment can age
Right.
very, very differently. So like the way that I always look at it is fair value for a trade is the trade that you would get accepted. Totally fine.
Yeah, it's looking like a 2027 round 2 is what he's get. Like, I want to hold on to those 2027 seconds more than a
No,
2026
then I wouldn't do
second.
that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I think you can find replacement, like not replacement level value, but I think you could go out there and get tight end value. Because the other part about this too is that, like, could you go get somebody cheaper that like you're not going to maybe get the ceiling of a Harold Fannin, but could you go out and I mean, even in a rookie draft, I mean, who outproduces who depending on the landing spot, like for an Eli Stowers or Jake Ferguson that could put up similar production this year, Juwan Johnson, Dallas Goedert even, and you can get him for pennies, so.
Yeah, absolutely agreed with you there. Let's get to another question here. Dev, appreciate that. Appreciate the nice new profile picture here of the boat as well. Wow, look at that rig. Look at that rig, Derek. I've never been on a rig that nice.
I have, but it's been a long time, and it's been very few times.
Are you getting rowdy on it?
It's very, yeah. We that's for another show. We'll discuss.
Okay. All right.
But with Dev, I mean, dude, the question is, what other boat were you on to take a picture of your yacht? I mean, so that really you're flexing twice here. You have another boat that you took this picture from.
The jet ski.
Yeah, on the jet ski. Just living the life, man.
Yeah. Shout out. Yeah, a little warmer probably wherever you are, Dev, than it is up here in good old central Pennsylvania. Jacob tapping in as well, saying, "Hey y'all, I traded the 111 and the 204 for Mr. Breece Hall. Also trade Bryce Young for Burden and a 2027 second mid. I'm contending this is a 12-man super flex start 11 league. Did I cook? I love these trades. Did he cook? Did he cook?" What kind of level of cooking we talking? We talking like cookout cooking? We talking like, Buffalo Wild Wings cooking? Are we talking like 4-star gourmet cooking here?
We're talking about not high end, but a good mid-level restaurant in New Orleans. That's the type of we're talking about here. And Seth, now you know. So I can use that reference, and now you got something to sit here and stack it against.
Which restaurant did we go to that was like mid to high? The last one, the little seafood.
Oh, you mean the restaurant where I literally stepped in a human turd on the way into the restaurant? That restaurant? Yeah, that restaurant. Oh gosh, I forget the name of it. I was actually kind of sad we didn't go hit any of the big awesome places in New Orleans while we were there, but still good eating regardless. But I mean, really, if you're eating in New Orleans, you really can't go wrong. You can, but you really have to try it at that point.
Yeah, I like these trades a lot from him. Like, I'm not super high on Burden, like not as high as like Pat, where he has him a top 12 dynasty wide receiver. But
geez, yeah, I'm not that high on
Burden. But like still, the fact that you can get out of Bryce Young here, get that 2027 second
really
that could bring
Bryce
you maybe another quarterback, and then also Burden. Yeah, really, like that's probably my favorite trade, and I'm a big Breece guy too, so I'm fine with that one. But yeah, that's high quality there. That's better than Killer Po' Boys, which was quite the treat down there as well.
Yeah, Po' Boys, baby, all the Po' Boys, fried oysters. If you know, you know.
Yes, sir. Here is P Trip 42 saying, my team is super deep. Do I need JSN to acquire? Do I trade JSN to acquire the 106, the 112, and next year's first? The team I'm potentially trading with has a very bad team. So JSN to get a 106, a 112, and next year's first. Oh man,
you're getting 3 firsts in return. Hell yes, you make this deal. So I made a very similar deal in an industry dynasty last year, where I traded away Puka Nacua for 2 firsts, 2026 and 27 firsts, and a 26 and 27 second. And did I want to get rid of Puka Nacua? Heck no. No way. I mean, you're getting rid of a top 3 to 5 dynasty wide receiver, but you're going to give me that type of return and what you can do if you hit on all those picks, especially depending on, because the other part about this P-Trip is I would be very curious, how deep is your roster? Is this start 10 or start 12? Like, are you starting 1 flex or 3 flexes? Because that's the other part of this is if you slam the 106 and say you get one of the top wide receivers and you hit on that, and they're going to give you similar-ish production as well at the 112, Kenyon Sadiq falls there, and now you have what could be an elite tight end, or you're getting one of the last like first round wide receivers, whether you're looking at like an Omar Cooper Jr. or Casey Concepcion, if they fall that far, depending on how the draft lays out. Totally down with that. And next year's first on top of that, especially, dude, it's a bad team. If that's a high end first, if like somebody's teams bottom out and like you're getting a 106, a 112, and maybe like a top 5 or top 7 pick, done.
I just think I would rather maybe even throw in a player rather than the 112 this year, just because like that's where a tier break comes for me. Can you also let us know, P-Trip, is this a super flex league? Because that would also, like, if I can get maybe a Ty Simpson around that turn at that 112, I think I'm okay with it. Other receivers are Abuka, Garrett Wilson, Rashee. I don't know,
Trade
man.
Rashee Rice. Trade Rashee. Get him into a deal and get rid of him. He is. So we just talked about Erickson. Joey and I just recorded a show on the tailgate.
Yes.
We went through needs. I don't think everybody realizes that Rashee Rice is a 2027 free agent. So considering that, all the off-field stuff, you think KC's going to pay him and make him a paid player? No, I don't think so. So if you can get rid of Rashee Rice, do it now.
Yeah, I would honestly rather keep JSN and just see if I can get another deal done with that team. Like try to get their 2027.
What else are you hoping for? Like outside of 3 firsts, Seth, what better deal are you going to get come knocking on the door?
I just don't want to trade JSN. He's just a top level asset. I'm trying to like those picks. I'm trying to find JSN in those picks. So for me, like, can I trade Rashee Rice and something else and get a 2027 first plus something back? Maybe like
so if Jordan Tyson turns into JSN and you have 2 firsts on top of that, you're not happy with that? If Casey Concepcion or Boston give you similar production and you have 2 firsts on top of that, you're not happy with that, Seth? Let's make you happy, Seth. Like that doesn't make you happy?
It does. I'm just, I love me some JSN. It's fine value. It is fine
value. It's risky,
value,
but I think it's great value.
Yeah, it is fine value. I can't 3 firsts is always a good value for one player, but
I'll also say this too. I feel totally fine with my ability to scout rookies and feeling confident with the picks and the guys I'm targeting in the draft and stuff like that. And I'm not tossing shade at you, but like I'm just saying, like but not everybody feels great about rookie picks. That's what I want to illustrate here. Not everybody feels the same type of like, confidence in drafting the right rookies and those picks not being busts. And then you look at this deal like 2-3 years down the road in a dynasty league, and you're like, I gave up JSN for that schmo, and they're all terrible. And you're like, crap. Like hindsight, you're like, well, that was a garbage trade. Why did I do that? But I think this also comes back down to how do you feel about your ability to hit these rookie picks? Like if you've been in a dynasty league for a while, you kind of know, much like NFL teams, am I good at drafting rookies or am I not?
Yeah. Real quick before we get to some more questions, a reminder that if you want a chance to win a signed Colston Loveland Chicago Bears mini helmet for absolutely free, courtesy of our good friends over pristineauction.com, always hooking us up. All you have to do is subscribe to the Fantasy Pros Dynasty YouTube channel right now. Drop a comment below on any of our videos, and that's it. We will announce a winner right here on the channel, so make sure you ring the bell so you can be alerted when we have new shows up and to claim your prize if you are that lucky winner. Colston Loveland, let's go. Big first giveaway for the channel. I like that. We're not going low. We're not going low level here. This isn't a Cole Kmet jersey or something. This is big.
Or Conklin signed helmet. Yeah, Colston Loveland, by the way, tight end 3 for me in Dynasty right now.
Ooh,
he's in that rarefied air right now of Trey McBride and Brock Bowers. The only difference is we've seen elite seasons from those 2 players. Colston Loveland incoming.
Who got more beads in New Orleans? I got no beads actually, other than the ones they gave us, like in the Fantasy Pro swag bag. Did you get any beads? Anyone trying to give you beads on the street?
No. I kept my shirt on. People probably would just throw beads at me for me to keep my clothes on at this point in life. So,
is that how you get beads? As you remove articles of clothing in New Orleans?
I feel like you just basically said you've never been to New Orleans. Yes.
I didn't see this happening at all. Okay. It was cold, though. It was like 30 degrees the one night we were
you must not remember part of those nights. Then it happens. Yes. That's how you get beads. You remove articles of clothing. And depending on how much you remove, depends on sometimes how much beads and how great the beads are that you get.
Fair. All right. Fair enough. And here's one from Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap 6'5". You know who Fetty Wap is, Derek? Is that after your time?
Yeah, I have no freaking clue. I'm
You
gonna
know
pull my old.
Fetty?
Hell no! I'm gonna pull my old man card out right now. I have no freaking clue. I only figured out who Action Bronson is because people said I look like him. Unfortunately,
Fetty Wap was like a rapper who was big like my senior year of high school. He had one eye. Yeah, I think he had like an eye
yeah,
shot
I
out.
have no clue. You
Trap
no clue who
House.
you're
He had a
talking
big
about.
song called Trap House. It was pretty
No,
good. You would know if you heard it, honestly.
I probably would. Yeah.
Here's Fetty though. He's asking, trade Waddle plus the 2026 106, the 107 for a 2026 101. Very deep at wide receiver. Nico Rice, Neighbors are my starters. I have JMO. I got Rome, BTJ on the bench. Bucky, Saquon, K9 at RBs. Don't see the 106. The 107 is valuable. I think you're just giving up too much though,
It's too
Derek.
much, dude. It's too much. It's too much.
I get you want love, but like
I would counter. I know you want love, and I understand that, but that is a lot, man. Like that's Waddle and 2 firsts. Like I would give up the 2 firsts. Like pull Waddle out of the deal.
Yes.
Pull Waddle out of the deal, and the 2 firsts are totally enough. And if it's not enough, then they're being ridiculous. Like 2 firsts for the 101. Fine. Okay, fine. Even if you wanted to flip this to say, okay, somebody like loves the 27 class, then give up the 106 and the 27 first. If they don't love this class, then at the 106, you could say, look, you're getting your pick of top tight end or your pick of, well, definitively, you're getting your pick of the top of Kenyon Sadiq and one of the top 5 wide receivers of the class, all of which are probably first round picks. So you're getting a first round wide receiver and or an elite tight end, supposedly elite tight end, and a future first. That's a good enough return. And if it's not, then don't broker that trade. Like I love Jeremiah Love. Like I only have one league right now where I do have the 101, and I'm trying to trade into. I'm going to get aggressive, but I think that's too aggressive.
Yep, completely agreed with you there. Look, our guy P Trip knows what's going on. 1730. That was like Fetty Wap's thing. 1738. Yeah,
I'm just gonna let you keep rolling down this road all by your lonesome, like a naked man on bourbon.
Never a naked man on bourbon, never alone, because we got pals dropping super chats like our boy Michael Fancy Meatball in the chat. What's up, Michael? Good to see you, man. Hope I'm going to see you this summer back in Canton, Ohio, as always, my friend.
Oh, let's go, baby.
In a 12-team, 1 quarterback, 3 wide receiver, 2 running backs, 2 flex league, I can trade away May, Derrick Henry, Charbonnet, Pierce, and a 2027 second for Caleb, Jonathan Taylor, and Olave. So again, giving up that QB1 potentially overall in Drake May, Derrick Henry, Sharps, Pierce, Alec Pierce, that is, and then 2027 second for Caleb, Jonathan Taylor, and Olave. I don't think I'm doing this, Derek, honestly.
I think you're looking at similar production this year for Henry and Jonathan Taylor. And yes, we could talk about the age gap, but dude, as long as Derrick Henry keeps rocking, he's an RB1 in Dynasty. So rocket to the wheels fall off. The interesting thing about Jonathan Taylor is like the Colts could move on from him after this year. And then like he's going into what, his 27 or 28 season. I have to look it up right now, but like, he's not nearly as young as everybody thinks. And with the contract stuff.
Yeah, he'll be 28 next January.
Yeah. So, okay. So looking at that, it's like he's not as young as I think everybody thinks. Going from May to Caleb is a big step down for me. In Olave, you have the risk of what do the Saints do in this draft? Do they draft another wide receiver? Do they re-sign Olave? We just got a clean bill of health and a healthy season, but we're not that far away from Chris Olave. Like, dude, he's one more concussion away from, we're right back in the thick of it where people are like, is this guy going to continue? Is he because he hasn't signed a long-term deal? Meebo, I think you're just absorbing way too much risk. It's not enough coming back for me. Like, well, you might, if Alec Pierce gets 130 targets, you might not see that much of a difference in what you get out of Alec Pierce versus what you get out of Chris Olave in the fantasy streets.
Yes, absolutely agreed.
But the price you pay to acquire both of them is widely different. I wouldn't do this deal, dude.
The way I look at it is I'm May over Caleb, and then you take Henry and Sharps versus Jonathan Taylor. I'll still take the Henry and Sharps side just barely, just because I'm getting Sharps in that too. And then Pierce in the 2027 second or Olave. I'll take the Pierce side. So no, Michael, please don't do this deal. I don't like this.
Yeah, I wouldn't do this, Meatball. Nah, man.
Yeah,
I think it's
too much.
I don't. I understand what you're getting and returning.
Yes.
You're contending, but the guys you're getting back aren't. There's situations like if I'm doing that, like I want to get like real like guys where I'm not worried about the contract and their situation over the next 2 years at least. I'm not like, and I'm worried about Taylor and Olave going into 2027.
Yeah. Derek, meatballs or meat sauce guy on the spaghetti?
Ooh, meatballs.
Meatballs? Oh, okay.
Meatballs, and you have to include breadcrumbs in there, and you got to split the meat differential between ground meat and either cut it with ground pork, or you cut it with personally, because South here talking representing venison, so ground deer. So that's usually how meatballs here.
Okay, yeah, that sounds
meatballs
pretty good.
all the way. If you don't know how to make meatballs, none of this frozen.
That's almost why I would almost take meat sauce.
Then you go meat sauce, but if you know how to make real meatballs, like good ones, meatballs, hands down, easy. And I'm not even Italian, and I can tell you this. This is like a phone a friend kind of question. I need to get Joey P on the hotline here.
Yes, yeah, get Joey P on the hotline. I think he's got about 20 minutes before they're live over on the Fantasy Pros MLB channel. So if you guys need any last minute baseball advice, go over see Uncle Joey P and Joe Rico over there.
He'll help you out. Short ribs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take those questions for him as well. A real quick reminder as well that you can join our Fantasy Pros Discord community where you can talk more about these heated debate, whether it's fantasy football, whether it's fantasy baseball, whether it's meatballs versus meat sauce. We got you covered in there. You can chat with other fans and get access to exclusive AMAs that actually wind up on our podcast feed. Our current schedule looks like this. We have Worm and Fitz firing off on 5 Eastern on the first Tuesday of every single month. And then Fitz and Boggs back with you at 5 Eastern on the third Tuesday of each month. So come get your questions answered. Come be on the show at fantasypros.com/chat. Speaking of Joey P, there he was. You can't get away from him. He's just
beautiful man. Beautiful man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Superflex tight end premium. Would you trade the 104 for Breece Hall, Derek?
Depends on your running back room. This comes down to like team build and team need. Do you need a wide receiver? Do you need a running back?
Yep.
If the answer is running back, I think it's fine. Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm not going to quibble about like, should it be, like, is it a little bit too pricey? This comes down to like, you're looking at similar tiers of players and stuff like that. Breece is hopefully everything holy and sacred in this world. Get Breece off the freaking Jets.
Please.
Hopefully. But Breece is still a young enough player that I would invest in Breece. It just comes down, do you need wide receiver running back?
Yeah, do you want Breece Hall or do you want Jordan Tyson or Mekhi Lemon? That's kind of what you're looking at here, Nigel Page. So appreciate you, Nigel. Great name, too. Hopefully that's an Australian name because that's how I read when I hear Nigel. I think maybe a bit more of an Australian gentleman. So
I think Nigel Powers, and that's probably showing my age, but I think Nigel Powers.
I don't know.
You never saw any of the Austin Powers movies?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
No, you didn't. You've never seen them.
My dad and my stepdad would run it all the time, but I was kind of too young to really understand what was going on in those. I just remember like the $1 million guy.
Old right now.
Jeez, and like the little mini me guy. Yeah.
I feel so old. Please give us another question so I can stop getting old.
So this is the D-Gen question of the day. I'm in a 32-man dynasty league. I have Pittman and Dowdle as trade assets. I want to get younger at wide receiver. Should I package them for something? So
yes, you absolutely should. And again, going back to the team needs episode that's currently in the editing room over at FP that will be live, I think, later this week on the tailgate.
Yep.
My question about Pittman, dude. I mean, hey, look, this could be a great move for your Steelers.
The con artist
but here's the thing. Did you not only think that was a light set of compensation for Michael Pittman?
Yes, absolutely.
But see, to that point, does that not also speak to maybe his health is not great and maybe the back injury and stuff? Mm-hmm. So like for Michael Pittman, if you can get out of him in Dynasty, yes, you absolutely have to do that. Like I'm worried that like, And nobody's talking about this. But that type of light trade compensation for a player of Pittman's talent, if we're just talking about talent, and if he's fully healthy, that's incredibly light. This offseason, we saw freaking David Montgomery get traded for a damn fourth. You're telling me that, like, basically a pick swap and, let's just toss in the ham sandwich that is Michael Pittman Jr. into this trade? Like, that is not enough, man. So, like, to me, that speaks to his health. So if you can get out of the Michael Pittman world, I would absolutely do it. And you're probably shopping in the range of going and getting somebody like Cortland Sutton, Terry McLaurin. Honestly, if you could go get Christian Watson, I think you could maybe get that deal done, and that one probably plays big dividends for you.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't know if you're going to get a ton for Rico right now, just because I think he might be an asset better off on your team. But if someone out there is Jaylen Warren and wants him,
if you could shove the two of them together, I mean, that's like what? Probably like mid to late second round value for a contender, like as far as pick value. And then if you're looking like conversely, like, okay, what kind of wide receivers can I get for a mid second? Okay, Christian Watson's probably one to play him.
Yeah. I agree with you there. Have you ever played in these like 32-man dynasty leagues?
Because poppies and stuff like that. I've played in some. I'm not currently in any, but I have played in some.
Okay. Yeah.
Where there's like three or four copies of players, and like some teams are like, I've got Jamar Chase in my starting lineup. Ha ha.
Yeah, I would just want to do I would do no copies. Just like let us know here, Skit, if there are copies in this league, or it's just like, hey, 32 teams, you get what you get, and it's deep as heck. Because that would be like a fun maybe mock draft episode. I saw Sal put that in the comments. That would be a D-Gen episode for sure.
Another D-Gen / Pain league. I was in once upon a time a 16-team league, and it was a 2 tight end league. So you had to start 2 tight ends, and it was tight end premium. And you're like, tight end gets really scary very quickly.
Yeah. I completely understand that. Here we got another super chat as well, and looks like it's from our friend JP Tay, looking so cool in that profile picture, overlooking I don't know if that's Madrid, or I don't know what city that is, but it looks cool. JP Tay.
How are you getting enough like clarity out of this picture to know it's in Spain, Seth?
He looks like it's on a break.
What is the prescription of those glasses,
maybe it's Rome.
My man?
I actually need to get new glasses. I don't know.
Like, I can barely.
It looks good, man.
Gosh, I'm getting old. This makes me feel older. Go ahead.
Anyway, JP Tay, looking good, man. Hopefully that's your Tinder profile as well, because that's a great first picture, I think. Just helping out the people, man. Look, I'm here to give fantasy advice. I'm here to give life advice as well sometimes, Eric. So, and that's free.
Your Tinder picture. You need to make it your Tinder picture. Come on, up your game, Jay.
He paid $4.99 in euros for this super chat. I'm trying to give the man some good advice back, Eric.
Take it easy. I don't know. Does that qualify as good advice? I mean, the chat's gonna have to weigh in on that. I don't know if that qualifies as good advice.
Yeah, let us know.
Seth making it weird every show.
That's what we do over here. We keep you on your toes, Dev. You come here to the fantasy advice.
Oh my God,
you get a little life advice. Here's JP Tay saying he's got K-Dub 3, he's got Judkins, Tuten, feel close to competing, but not 100% convicted on Tuten. Would you sell him for any 27 first and build a deeper roster for 2027? Yes, I would absolutely do. I like Tuten. I'm a Tuten guy.
Apparently you don't. You don't like Tuten.
If you can get a 2027 first with that class coming out, and I got Jeremiah Smith, a shot at 7 or 8 different quarterbacks, and like I hate to tell everyone this, but like there's some dogs in that Jacksonville backfield all of a sudden. Like I don't know if everyone else feels the same way as I do, but I think there's some real
Chris Rodriguez, all the Liam Cohen stuff, and LaQuint Allen, dude.
LaQuint Allen is I'm not talking about Chris. Chris Rodriguez will steal goal line off.
Oh, LaQuint Allen's your boy? That's the one you're caping? Oh, come on, man.
Dude, LaQuint Allen caught a bunch of he ran like
great. He can catch dump offs. Yay, LaQuint Allen.
He's a real receiver out of the backfield. He is. Tuten is going to be the between the 20 guy, and that is just not what I want for fantasy, honestly. Like I think you look at the amount of snaps LaQuint Allen played, but look at the amount of routes run and look at the amount of receptions he had. Guy was off the charts, man. Like his efficiency.
Make me pull up a LaQuint Allen Yes, he was 42nd and 77th in his final 2 collegiate seasons in yards per route run. Oh my Lord, LeQuint Allen. No,
One of those
I'm
seasons.
not worried about LeQuint Allen.
I would be. He's a shark.
No, to the point though. Yes, if you're high on the 27 class, that's fine. Like, but I think with the hype and stuff like that, you probably can get a first and maybe like a third this year. Give yourself another dart or get a throw-in player or something like that. You probably can get that for Tuten, and that's honestly, I would be asking for a first and some change for Tuten, because if he does hit Seth and the Quint Allen is taking all of his touches and stuff, he's going to be a top 15 back this year. So like, what's that worth to you?
Yeah. JPT. I was close. I said Madrid. It was London. I mean, I was in the right ballpark. I was in, like, I knew it was Europe. So there we go.
Jade, is that the Tinder picture? I mean, if we're just going down the Seth lane, I mean, how many things did he get right on this?
And speaking of London, question from our guy Sam Gallagher in the UK as well. He probably also has some sweet London picks as well. Sam, would you trade away Henderson and the 2026 103 for Bijan? Ooh, Superflex tight end premium. Are you willing to upgrade from Henderson to Bijan with that price being the 103 that could maybe get you a Carnell Tate or Mendoza?
I mean, that's basically, Mendoza's not in a super flex format. He's not going to fall to 103.
I've seen there are a couple people who are kind of out on Mendoza.
What league are you seeing Fernando Mendoza drop to the 103?
The one with Dan Orlovsky, who likes Ty Simpson over him.
Good Lord. Look, shout out to Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah, I do love
Big respect to his work. I do not give a crap about any of that stuff. I just don't. I'll trust my process and eval, and that's not shade at Dan, but we can all have different opinions on it. I'm not in on Ty Simpson. Like that just, oh God. It's just clickbait for me. But to the point here, dude, if you can get Bijan for the 103, so like let's say that is Mendoza or it is Tate. Sure. It's not going to be Jeremiah Love. That's for damn sure. Yeah. So if it's Mendoza or it's Tate, one of those guys and TreVeyon Henderson, hell yes, dude. I'm doing that for Bijan all day. Like you're talking about, like, I mean, right now he's at the basement. What, a top 3 dynasty running back? Top 3? Like, I mean, like you're literally the rarefied air you're living in is Bijan, Gibbs, and Jeremiah Love probably. Maybe okay, fine. You want to throw Ashton Genty into the conversation. Yeah. At worst, he's RB4, and he's probably not RB4, but he's top 4. You could get that for Bijan, and now we're going to go to Checkdown City with Tua Tagovailoa with the Falcons this year, and Bijan's probably going to go 1K. And be honestly in like offensive player of the year conversation. Yes, because the other side of this, dude, is what is changing in the New England backfield this upcoming season that can help TreVeyon Henderson. You're doing a crap ton of projecting anybody out there if you think he's going to take over the backfield if Ramondre keeps producing like he's producing, because Ramondre is better than him in pass pro right now. They trusted him. He kept the role the entire freaking season. That's not changing. Like, so anything with Henderson, and we didn't even see the pass game stuff for Henderson. So it's like, if Henderson has another year, if Ramondre doesn't miss any time and he holds that role for another year, and Henderson has a year similar to what he had last year, which if everybody like, go look at his game logs, man. I wrote about this the other day. Like, he had 3 games, I think, with at least 28 PPR points. That is doing so much lifting for his overall point per game. It's insane. So, like, yes, if you could do that immediately, Sam. Yes, emphatically. Get Bijan.
And before we keep moving, a real quick reminder that today's show is once again brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Bet, Florida Sportsbook. And we talk a ton of ball on this show, but it's actually March, which means college basketball is taking center stage. So if your bracket is like mine, already busted, you're not alone. Don't worry about it, because you can still get in on the game and make all those big upsets and make all those gut-wrenching picks that actually are going to turn into a payday over there on Hard Rock Bet. All tournament long, Hard Rock is following up their regular boost with daily dancing boost, featuring a live profit boost and a parlay profit boost every single day. That means more ways to shoot your shot, more ways to cash in with boosted odds. And you know those heart-stopping zero on the clock moments? Well, now they actually pay as well. That's right. Hard Rock is giving out $25 bonus bets throughout the tournament if a team you bet to win or cover hits a buzzer beater. And if you haven't joined Hard Rock Bet yet, no worries. There's still time to get on the game. Go ahead. New signups can now double up their winnings on their first 10 bets, max of $50. That means if you would have won $100 on your bet, let's go ahead and make that 200, baby. So don't sit on the bench. Download the Hard Rock Bet app today, and let's get the party started this March.
Speaking of parties that won't get started, Jay said he's in a happy relationship, so he doesn't need your Tinder advice, Seth.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, because my boy Jay's got game. My boy Jay's got game because he got sweet pictures like that.
I just think it's so funny that you're handing out Tinder advice.
I've never been on the apps. I'm just living vicariously through everyone else, trying to help everyone else, the people out there.
You're like an old man. You're just living through everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, you've only got a few more weeks until you tie the knot. So
I know. Here we go. Absolutely. Derek, let's get some more questions. We'll pick up the paces a little bit. We got about 19 minutes left in the program or so. Mr. Wanger, is Ricky Pearsall still worth the 112 pick this year after the Mike Evans signing? I've also seen the 49ers may draft a wide receiver early in this draft as well.
What's that screen name again, Seth?
Mr. Wanger 8.
Okay. All right. Just for the people at home.
It's a good name.
I would take the 112. I love Pearsall and stuff, but dude, the 49ers are telling you what they think about a player. Like, I don't think there's any question of talent with Ricky Pearsall, but he has not been able to stay healthy. Some of this has been, to no fault of his own. But some of these things are to him. And then you look at it also like, injuries were a part of his prospect profile coming out. They've dogged him early part of his career and stuff like that. So like, it's not a talent thing, but like, you're telling me they went out and they signed Christian Kirk, they signed Mike Evans. Ricky Pearsall is not going to be the number one option there. I think it's all just telling. So yeah, I would take the 112. You might, because here's the thing. In a vacuum, would I take Pearsall over the 112 over who's probably there? Yes, I would take Pearsall. But all you got to do is trade into the rookie draft, and you're looking at like, if a Denzel Boston drops in the rookie draft, or Casey Concepcion, either one of those guys, like, could you do a mild trade up, like the 112 and like a third round pick, or a late second, and get up to one of those two players that say like the 107 or the 108? Yes, you probably can. And that's why I would go ahead and just trade in, get the pick, and then figure out during the rookie draft how you maneuver the board for probably cheaper than you think.
Yeah, I like that too. And if someone's maybe willing to give you a roll of dice on a 2027 first instead to see if we can move up next year, I'd be willing to do that as well. It's probably gonna be harder to do that though, Mr. Wanger. I would imagine.
Sal's thing in the private chat.
56% of the poll voters said Seth should host a life advice show. That's what I'm saying, baby. I'm saying. Who was the guy?
Daily beard and mustache tips from Seth.
Who was the guy who used to like Jerry Springer? We do a little Jerry Springer Fantasy Pros version. Bring in some copper. We'll see what's going. You know what I mean?
Did you ever watch Jerry Springer?
I've watched like the newer versions of it with like Steve Wilkes and like that Steve Wilkes. You kind of look like Steve Wilkes actually. I think Steve Wilkos maybe. You know what I'm talking about?
Go Google Steve Wilkes before you compare me to him again. Just go Google it. It's not good things. So
okay.
Before you start tossing my name and his in the same sentence.
The guy was jacked. Man.
I mean, that's fair. There's also some not great things. Sal just
Steve Wilkes show got canceled.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah.
There's also some other things that are out there that are not great. But I digress. Anyway, moving on.
D Sizzle here, 10-team Superflex. Would you trade BTJ Breece for that 101 and a 2027 second? Running backs, pretty decent. I guess you're gonna be thin here. Judkins is gonna be your RB1. Wide receivers, though, you're still going JSN, Garrett Wilson, Adams, McLaurin. So you're definitely paying for this. I feel like, Derek, but you're getting the 101 and a 2027 second. So I feel like I'm doing this. Yeah.
This is basically, who do you want? Jeremiah Love or Breece Hall? Jeremiah Love, hands down. Yeah. Give me the 101 side. And it's honestly not close.
Okay. Aiden O'Connor here. Hey y'all, should I trade Olave and Tyler Warren for the 101? I have McBride, Puka, and London's. I'm the biggest Tyler Warren stan out there, Derek, but I'm smashing this all day.
I would do that. Yep. I would do that. Jeremiah Love, baby. Again, top 3 running back.
Messer Grimm with more of a strategy-based question. Do you typically try and trade picks in a startup dynasty draft? And if so, how do you normally go about doing so? This is why I think it's very important to have like a long clock, like an 8-hour clock with an overnight shut off, Derek, when doing a startup draft, so you can make these types of moves. And I do typically like not mind trading some. But to me, it's just trying to get into those pockets where my guys are, if that makes sense, more than trying to like outthink the room.
No, I think it's perfect. And so I think some of this comes down, Grim, we could have a long discussion about this. For me, you're looking at format, you're looking at, again, like players you like. Okay, so a good thought exercise of this and how you would theoretically not only just like doing, mock draft simulations on the site, using the mock draft simulator, all that kind of stuff. Outside of that, looking at the overall, if you're in Superflex format and stuff, looking at the overall Superflex rankings and saying to yourself, okay, what guys would I be targeting in a Superflex draft and where would they go? And what you're going to find in a lot of cases is that there are pockets of players where it's like, fine, like, okay, I want to keep my first round pick, whether if I'm in a spot to get an elite quarterback or an elite player, and how many running backs do you have to start? So there's a ton to chew on here with like, how deep are your starting rosters? Are you going to compete? Are you going to go with a youth build? What that all looks like? But I would say just top down is go to the Superflex ECR, if it's Superflex or 1QB, whatever you're looking at. Look at the ECR and just start like pigeonholing, like, okay, where are all these players going that I really like, whether it's contract, they're undervalued, all that type of stuff. You're probably going to find that like, oh, wow, there's like a nice pocket of players in like the third or fourth round. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I make my first round pick, but maybe I take my second and I trade back and I acquire picks. And where rookie picks come in for me, I love to move around the board in a startup. And a lot of that comes back. If you're in a seasoned dynasty league, everybody's trying to trade back and acquire equity. You're going to see that in a lot of like very seasoned veteran dynasty players.
Tier to the same, like if there's a couple players at the same tier, try to get back and maybe acquire another asset. Yeah.
But to this point, you're going to figure out when you look at those rankings where the supposed sweet spot is in a current dynasty startup based off of players you like that you're targeting, whether that's contract talent, what have you, as well as the way that I use rookie picks. So like early in the draft, I'm trying to trade back and acquire more equity. Later in the draft, when we get to like players that are at the end of a tier, or if the board looks kind of and there's only 2 or 3 players that I'm really kind of garnering, that's the moment where I'll use a future third or a future fourth or a future second or what have you to grab like and varying amounts of aggressiveness to trade up and to move up and to get that final player of a tier. Where it's like, if you're looking at who's left on the board and you're in round 13 or 14, and you're like, this is a long tier of players, but there's one guy that stands out. So like, if I don't have a pick in the 14th round and we're in the 13th round, I don't care. So okay, I'll take my 14th rounder and a third, and I'll move up 5 picks to go get this player, knowing that the next 15 or 16 selections, I don't give a crap about that tier of players at all. And I like a lot of the players that are going in that 15th and 16th round.
Yeah.
So it's like, could you trade up? Like, let's just, I know we're getting way deep in the weeds here, but like, say you were in the 13th round and you're like, I like everybody that's in the 12th round. So like, go and offer your 13th and 14th round pick and get like the 12th and 15th or 16th round picks coming back to you. There's stuff like that. There's a lot of different ways where like, and this is a great thing to discuss more in Discord for anybody that wants, theory and moving around the board and trading, because in startups, that's one of the things, especially if you're new to Dynasty, a lot of people aren't comfortable with doing, and because they just haven't done it. So, and there's not a lot of like great, like charts and tools and things that out there like to help you in totality to tell you, okay, am I getting screwed on this or am I getting fair value? What does that look like?
Absolutely. Some more questions coming up, but first, D Sizzle saying never been to New Orleans, never been on Tinder, and never watched Jerry Springer. Well, you just ain't living, my friend. You just ain't living. I'm sorry about it. And
I mean, one of those things is not okay at all. You have to go to New Orleans before you're dead and buried. You have to. At least once in your life. Once, and I'm not saying Bourbon Street and Mardi Gras and all that kind of stuff. Although Mardi Gras gets a bad rap. You can go do stupid stuff and be naked and all those things if you want to. It's also a really great family thing too. So
anyway. We also have Jay saying, Seth, you have Ricky Lake vibes, which I had to look up. It's actually, I think it was a woman talk show in the late 90s.
You don't know who Ricky Lake is?
No, never heard of her, honestly.
Wow,
no.
But you know Jerry Springer and Steve canceled Wilkes. Okay,
I guess so. And saying good luck with the wedding, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Still trying to tie.
Shout out to your better half.
Yes, yeah,
she's your better half. Yes,
yes, absolutely. Here we got one here from the J Town. Should I wait till after the draft to trade Rice or do it now? So Derek, you're risking the fact that they go after a receiver right at 10. That's like
it's not off the board that they take a wide receiver at 9 overall.
Yep. Yeah.
You can't say that won't happen, much less a first round wide receiver later in the first.
Yeah. Oh, good point.
Pick your
they
flavor.
Got that late first.
They can go with either one of them, and then everybody's like, "Oh no! Oh well, Rashee Rice. It was nice to know you. Bye." Yep. No, trade him now.
Cody Lawler asking here: 12-team, 1 quarterback start 10. Is Burden worth the hype, or should I try using Burden to upgrade cheaper off the recent hype? I have both Rome and Burden. I thought it'd be beneficial not to have both receivers. Derek, but I honestly do think the Rome hype is getting a little bit out of hand, specifically for this next coming season. I know you
Rome hype. Is there really
Rome? Oh, not Rome, Burden hype. I mean, excuse me.
The Burden hype is absolutely.
Yeah, I called him out on my channel a couple weeks ago that he's just someone I think is going to be a bust at his ADP, just because there are a lot of question marks still. Colston Loveland's still going to eat up some targets. He's still not going to be the X receiver in this offense. So
another team that could draft a wide receiver too.
Yeah. Yeah,
they are. Who's going to start up? Okay, so fine. You're saying Luther Burden, if he does play on the perimeter full time, then he's the guy in 12 personnel. Can we rule out the Chicago Bears drafting a wide receiver to put alongside Rome on the outside?
No. Yeah,
I
I like this move.
I think Colston Loveland is the wide receiver one in that offense.
I agree. Yep, dude.
So get rid of Luther Burden. Take advantage of the hype.
Rice for a 2027 first straight up from J-Town. Is that
done? If you can get that, done.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah, preferably.
And I don't even know the class yet. Done.
Ooh, it gets me sweaty thinking about it, honestly. And we'll come back to this question, but Trip asking here, is the 2027 class actually going to be great, or there's always a chance it ends up like 2026 class, right? There's a lot of quarterback prospects this last season that did not fulfill the prophecy. However, you start putting them in a bucket for this next season. You have a couple guys who would have been borderline first round rookie picks already in John Mateer, Dante Moore coming back. You have Sam Levitt transferring. You get another year with Trinidad Chambliss. Can Lenore Sellers be something? We'll see. Arch Manning, of course. I think the quarterback pocket feels deep that even if 1 or 2 of those guys doesn't hit, there's going to be more guys. Yeah, and the running back class is pretty good too. You got Ahmad Hardy. You got Ole Miss running backs. You have pretty good overall. Outside of Jeremiah Smith, I think the wide receiver class still has a little bit to go, but you got Coleman. You got some of these other guys. Hollywood Smothers, I think, is going to be a great back as well. So I like it, Derek. I do think it's going to be great, but time will tell, right? The college football season can always be finicky.
I just think we're at a point where we do this crap every year.
Yeah, we did it last year. Yeah.
We do this crap every single year. It's hype the thing that's so far away and it's going to be so amazing. And we have so much football. We have so much stuff left to be because let's play this out and just use the 26 class in general. If Garrett Nussmeier, Cade Klubnik, and Ty Simpson didn't have down years and they all had, say Ty Simpson was healthy, he played amazing, he looked absolutely freaking fantastic all this year. If Garrett Nussmeier had a similar year that he had the previous year and Cade Klubnik had a year like he had the previous year, what would everybody be thinking about this current class?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I just think we have gotten into a thought echo chamber of next year's class is the class. It's going to be the class. And then Arch Manning doesn't come out. Dante Moore has a down year. Trinidad Chambliss is still probably going to be a day 2, day 3 pick, which he was going to be this year any freaking way. Any one of those other quarterbacks, John Mateer has a down year. Any one of the other quarterbacks have another freaking down year. Like, can anybody say definitively those things cannot happen? If you're saying that definitively with your freaking chest, 2 points. You're not looking at the 2026 class and understanding what happened to this class. Yeah. And number 2, you haven't been prospecting long enough, because this crap happens every single year. It's, oh my gosh, the next year's class. And we do the whole Family Guy thing. It could be a boat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not doing that. Like, could it be amazing? Sure. Could it also be disappointing? Because what probably happens is right now, everybody's going to hype up the 2027 class. And then the closer we get to the 2027 draft, everybody's going to be like, well, it was going to be a great class, legendary class, but now it's good. It's okay. I hate playing that game, man. Like, and it feels like that's the yearly expression of everybody's collective thoughts. Is it not? Am I wrong here?
No, but 2027 especially feels deep and lovable. But
right now,
you are right. Yeah,
right now,
right. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Same thing could have been said for this class if all those quarterbacks had really had years like previously. Oh, and if Arch Manning had come out to this class.
Yeah. Let's go ahead, Derek. We got to rapid fire the rest of these. So I want your answer in 3 words or less. Here is XC Star Superflex 14-team league. Jamar Chase for Ibuka in a 2027 first. Almost Chase. A lock to be a top 4 pick.
I don't care. Chase.
Chase? Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. Chase.
That one's tough, but I think I would still go Chase. Fetty Wap, if you guys had the 102, who are you picking? 10-team Dynasty Superflex 1 QB PPR. Tate, Lemon, Tyson. I'm Tate.
Easy Tate.
Yeah, for me. If injuries were turned off, it would be Tyson for me, but I'm still Tate at this point.
Tate's in a tier. I have one tier 1 wide receiver in this rookie class. It's Tate.
ATF, what are you doing with JCM, John Brooks, and Marv Harrison right now? Sort of want to sell high, sort of on JCM and buy low on Marv. Reports on Brooks seem positive. I mean, I just don't think you're selling JCM high, because I think everyone expects him to add here.
Sell JCM to the Rachaad White team. Try to get a third or a fourth. Get yourself a dart throw. Hold on to Jonathan Brooks. I'm calling it now. Jonathan Brooks will be their lead back by the end of the season. He's going to take that backfield over from Chuba Hubbard. If he's healthy, it's not even a question. Marvin Harrison Jr., honestly, if you could go to the Chuba Hubbard team and have Jonathan Brooks and Marvin Harrison Jr. and get fair return for both of those guys, to where it's hey, look, you can own the entire Carolina backfield. Have fun. And buy low on Marvin Harrison Jr. You can have fun. But yes, I would hold Jonathan Brooks and I would trade Bill and Marv away.
Okay. Meatball here. He's got a ton of wide receivers in a 3 PPR, 12-team dynasty. He's got Puka, Dunze, Pierce, Watson, Pearsall. He's got Genty, Barkley, Henry, Sharps. Looking to get a better RB2 or wide receiver 3. I actually think your RB room's fine, dude. I get trying to maybe get out from under one of these bets before they really hit that cliff, Derek. Other than that, though, I think I would be trying to upgrade that wide receiver room and just maybe bring in another body, because, Christian Watson, no stranger to injuries, as is Ricky Pearsall right now.
Yeah, I think you could do a lot of different things with this room. I think getting rid of a Dunze post-draft, if they don't draft a wide receiver, there's going to be I'm not saying a groundswell, but his value will pick up a little bit. If you could package together some of these guys like a Derrick Henry and Zach Charbonnet and go get somebody like a Chase Brown or Javonte Williams, where you're getting a little bit younger. Javante's got the contract. He'll be their lead back for the next 2, maybe 3 seasons. We shall see, but he's still young. So, I'm really high on Watson this upcoming season. So, but if you're not high on him, I understand it. Really, this comes down to just lump some assets together and go get an upgrade at running back and wide receiver if you can.
Dev here. Who should I expect at the 108 in a Superflex tight end premium dynasty? That's your Concepcion, your Boston, your Sadiq, and your Ty Simpson range, at least for me, Derek. Is there any names I missed, or does that sound about right?
He said tight end premium, so Sadiq might go a little bit ahead of that, but you're probably staring at any one of in that range, depending on how the rookie draft goes. You're looking at the way that I have them ordered. Probably Tyson Lemon, Sadiq, Omar Cooper, Stowers. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the range you're living in, and maybe Concepcion. I have Concepcion way higher, but that's just me. Like he's my wide receiver 2 of this class. So Boston is my wide receiver 3 of this class. So I love Concepcion and Boston. I would take either one of those guys there.
Meatball, need a quarterback, super flex, PPR, 12-team dynasty. Is the 2-3 enough for Cam Ward? I don't know if that's going to get it done for Cam Ward. I think you're
at the beginning of the offseason, yes, considering all the assets they've added and the hype it's going to build for him. It's already started to kind of build for him.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get that done.
Get it.
You can go get
do it now.
Get a Tyler Shuck. You probably can go get a Tyler Shuck for that though.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. Do it now though if you do want Cam Ward, because if they do add a receiver or running back,
if you can get it done, that's fine. But I
don't think that's enough.
I don't think you're probably getting that done. So like it's okay. Would you do that pick for Malik Willis? I would.
No, I want the pick.
Fine. I would do it.
But
for flex, if he runs, he's top 12 quarterback, man.
No, I think for a seat, I'm high on him in redraft. I just think in super flex, maybe like I just don't trust the Dolphins long term. Maybe that's just my issue with Miami. Rapid fire panic scale here, Derek from Wanger. Travis Hunter, I'm at like a 3.
You're at a 3? I'm at a 5. I don't think he plays another offensive snap. I think he's going to be a full-time cornerback, and you need to sell immediately.
Braylon Allen?
I'm at a 5. Braylon's not good. I've been saying this for years. He can't break tackles. He's dramatically overrated. He has been as a prospect. Trey Benson, you're at
5.
You're at a 4, knocking on the door of a 5. Caleb
5.
Johnson, we're at 17. Ben Sinnott, we're at 17. Elijah Arroyo, you're at probably like a 2 or 3. He was hurt for his rookie season, so Ben Sinnott, dude, I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but they crushed that kid. Talent problem. This is where we get into like the prospect stuff and all that stuff, and you don't know work ethic and you don't know all field. The other thing is Adam Peters is a god awful GM. He's on the Quasi train.
G-Dog, what would be a good thing to add to Junkins to get to Hampton? I thought to add in Dave Montgomery, 2026 second. Yeah, I like the 2 2026 seconds. Would you do that? 2 2026 seconds? Judkins.
I would do it because I think there's a chasm between the talent level of a Judkins to a Hampton.
Okay.
I mean, you know that I was not high on Judkins as a prospect at all. I wasn't. So yes, I would do that.
Added in the Josh Allen chat, 2 quarterback tight end premium. I'm looking to tier off of Josh Allen to get a quarterback and a wide receivers. What type of players would you be looking for? How far are you willing to tier down here, I guess is the question. Like, are you going down to that Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts tier? Because maybe that would be the tier I'd be looking, is to get one of those other quarterbacks and see if I can't get no, you want to go further?
Go to Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Why not Jackson Dart? Go to Jackson Dart. If they draft a wide receiver, Malik Neighbors comes back, we know the rushing equity is there. If the people they put around him, I mean, if you wanted to tier down even further to like the veteran aspect, Dak Prescott, like fully tier down, like a true real tier down,
right?
To where production, like trade value and production aren't going to align, but you're going to get production out of both these guys. Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy, you can get a sizable return for a really, really good quarterback. I mean, for a really good wide receiver tier with them. Now, if you want to do a mild tier down, it'd be Jackson Dart for me.
Yeah. Receivers that you would maybe try to go after in something like this, Derek. Like, I mean, I wouldn't mind if I could get one of these rookies and get into that, first round conversation. But
if I'm doing the massive tier down, I'm going after Tedero McMillan.
Okay.
Or I'm going after a rookie pick to secure Carnell Tate, which is the 103 probably in a super flex.
Okay.
If I'm going the mild tier down, if you're competing, it's Jaylen Waddle. If you're not competing and you want to go more of the youth route, you're looking at probably Christian Watson or Jaden Higgins, or if you wanted to barely tier down but get somebody added on with a quarterback. I still think Parker Washington's way underrated. Excuse me.
Hey,
way underrated.
Hashtag we are, baby.
They're wide receiver 1 this year, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks. That is going to do it for us, though, on this live stream on the Fantasy Pros Dynasty YouTube channel. But before you go, please do us a quick favor. Make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this live stream. And please subscribe to the entire channel if you haven't already, and wherever you get your podcasts on demand as well. And be sure, after this episode, go check out fantasypros.com for all the great written content, our entire tool suite as well. The recent NFL mock draft, ECR rookie rankings, Dynasty rookie draft simulator, all there for you and to take advantage of. Thanks so much for watching. For Mr. Belding, I'm Seth Woolcock. Take care, y'all.
You SOB, you. Oh, love how you try to sneak that in there at the end. You forgot we had the post credits, huh, Seth?
Can you do the when you're driving around? I don't remember the
no, you don't even
that's
know
kind
the
of the theme
lyrics.
song.
How